Yo, what's up, guys? It's King Sean here, and we got some news to report. Per Adam Schefter and various reporters, former Cardinals head coach Kliff Kingsbury, who was USC's offensive coordinator this past season, who was close to becoming the Raiders' offensive coordinator, we will talk about that in a second, is a leading candidate to become the Commanders' offensive coordinator per source. This is super, super important to talk about. This is super, super interesting. Obviously, a couple of days ago, I just posted a video today talking about some possible offensive coordinator candidates, and this just adds on to the list. Kliff Kingsbury, he was Texas Tech's head coach from like 2013, 2018. Then he got hired by the Cardinals. He was their head coach for like 4 years, and in this past season, he was USC's offensive coordinator. He's the one who called the play calls at USC. He helped coach Caleb Williams. But before we even talk about Kliff Kingsbury being a possibility in Washington, we need to discuss how this even happened. All right, so reported about a couple minutes ago, actually, Adam Schefter reported a twist in Las Vegas. Kliff Kingsbury has withdrawn himself from consideration for the offensive coordinator job of the Raiders per his agent Eric Burkhart. It was reported yesterday that Kliff Kingsbury and the Raiders are getting a deal done so that Kliff Kingsbury will become the Raiders' next offensive coordinator. Well, it looks like he's backing out of that. He's going to be a free agent again. He's going to be on the market again. He will not become the Raiders' offensive coordinator. Excuse me. So what does this mean for us? Well, obviously, we have an offensive coordinator opening. Some possible candidates for us are Brian Griese, and Chip Kelly, who is a strong candidate for us. But now that Kliff Kingsbury is a candidate for us, this is huge news. Obviously, let me just go over his coaching history real quick. So before he even became Texas Tech's head coach, he was the Texas A&M and Houston's offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, and then he became the Texas Tech head coach in 2013, and he was their head coach from 2013 to 2018. And then he got hired by the Cardinals in 2019 season, and he was their head coach from 2019 to 2022. In his first year, and I know I've been seeing a lot of mixed emotions, a lot of mixed opinions about Kliff Kingsbury on social media from Washington fans. Some people would like him, would really like him, and then some fans are in the middle, and then some fans are like, I just don't want him at all. Right now, I'm sort of in the middle. Kliff Kingsbury, he's had some success. I mean, in 2 out of the 4 seasons with the Cardinals, the Cardinals have had top 10 offenses. He's led top 10 offenses, which is very good. But those other 2 seasons have been great. Like, I'm pretty sure the 2 seasons that he didn't have a top 10 offense was 2019 and 2022. His 2021 season with the Cardinals was really good. They went 11-6, but they lost their playoff game against the Rams, the wild card round. And in 2020, they were looking good early on, but they ended the season pretty badly, and they finished the year 8-8, did not make the playoffs. Before that, obviously, throughout his entire coaching career, he's coached up Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech, Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. Of course, and I'm pretty sure Kyler Murray was a part of Texas Tech before he headed to Oklahoma. So he did coach up Kyler Murray a bit in college and obviously in the NFL. And then this past season, he was USC's offensive coordinator. He helped coach up Caleb Williams. And he wasn't a bad, I mean, Caleb Williams, I'd say his 2022 season at USC was definitely better than his 2023 season. But his 2023 season still wasn't bad at all. He was still elite, amazing, the best quarterback. Well, I'd probably say Jaden Daniels was the best quarterback in the country, but Williams was the second best quarterback in the country for sure, just behind Jaden Daniels. Would I mind Kliff Kingsbury? No. Would I mind Chip Kelly? A little bit. I feel like Chip Kelly would be harder to digest than Kliff Kingsbury. And I know you could say Chip Kelly did change the game because he does. I mean, he kind of did. He introduced RPOs in like a very consistent way back when he was with the Eagles. He used to run RPOs a lot with Deshaun Jackson and Michael Vick when he was with the Eagles. So you could say that that's a positive thing about Chip Kelly. So if Chip Kelly, whoever comes here, we just gotta digest. You just gotta get used to. So I'm not gonna mope about who we hire, who Dan Quinn decides to hire between Chip Kelly or Kliff Kingsbury, because those are our finalists. It's probably Kliff Kingsbury at number 1 and Chip Kelly at number 2. For me, I'd go with the same. Kliff Kingsbury at number 1, Chip Kelly at number 2. However, I still really don't know about Kliff Kingsbury. I really do like Brian Griese, the 49ers quarterback coach. I'd probably put him in my rankings. I go Kingsbury number 1, or actually no, Greasy number 1, Kingsbury at number 2, and then Chip Kelly at number 3. Those are the 3 guys. Those are my top 3 offensive coordinator candidates. As of right now, we also have Brian Fleury. I probably put him at number 4. So I like Brian Greasy the most. But if we were to hire Kingsbury, I would definitely get used to it pretty fast, because he did have some success in college and in the NFL. Obviously, NFL is a bit worse. I mean, he went 4-13 in his 2022 season with the Cardinals and then got fired after the season. So his 2022 season was pretty bad. His first year with the Cardinals was pretty bad, but his next 2 seasons, well, his 2020 and 2021 season with the Cardinals, pretty good. So you can debate all you want. In my opinion, I go Kingsbury over Chip Kelly right now, but it's up to Dan Quinn, obviously, and we'll see what happens next. All these, I was actually shocked that Kingsbury wasn't going to become the Raiders' offensive coordinator. It was pretty shocking. The news was pretty shocking, and then all these reports coming out. Oh, the Commanders are gonna swoop him up. Oh, the Commanders swooped him up. And I was like, whoa, are these reports fake or real? And obviously, we seen Nikki Jabala, Adam Schefter, J.P. Finlay, and some multiple other reporters come out saying that Kliff Kingsbury to the Commanders is a very real possibility. So we'll see what happens. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment down below if you would be fine if the Commanders hired Kliff Kingsbury as their offensive coordinator, and who would you prefer between Chip Kelly or Kliff Kingsbury. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace. Oh, and also one thing, actually, I'm not going to leave yet. Us potentially hiring Kliff Kingsbury could mean that we might just decide to trade up to number 1 for Caleb Williams, which is huge. Obviously, I personally believe, and so do multiple, and all of Commanders fans believe, probably that, at least most, think that Caleb Williams is the best quarterback in this draft. I mean, the league knows it, analysts, fans, everyone knows that Caleb Williams is the best quarterback in this draft. And us potentially hiring Kliff Kingsbury as our offensive coordinator, that means we could try and trade up for Caleb Williams, which I would absolutely love. Now, what could we trade up to get him? Right now, I'd probably say maybe our first from this year. Obviously, next year, maybe a player, maybe like Jonathan Allen, Terry McLaurin, and then throw in like a 3rd or 4th round pick from this year or next year. So I just wanted to quickly go over that because if we hire Kliff Kingsbury, there's a real possibility of us getting Caleb Williams. So that is it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.